When a customer doesn't get their way, so they call the police. Hello TFR. Your own stories have helped me through some rough days working in big video game retailer store, and I thought I have a story worth posting here. I'm posting from mobile, so I apologize for any formatting issues. So this happened a couple weeks ago. Guy comes in with their son to trade in a PS4 system and their games with it to buy an Xbox One. Happens pretty often, so no biggie. We get the trade settled, and now it's time for them to decide which system to go with. Now I can see the son who this is all for is starting to have doubts about if he really wants to go through with this, so I tell him the pros and cons and tell him I've got some pre-owned systems in which have a 7-day satisfaction guarantee, so if he doesn't like it, he can come back and return/exchange, no hassle. But they decided to settle on a new system that comes with a game bundled with it. All right, their choice. And they sign the paperwork saying that they are selling their items and giving us ownership of them, and they finish the purchase and leave. Nothing exciting yet. Then an hour later, while on my lunch break, my associate gets a call from Angry Dad, now calling him AD for short, telling us how he hates the system and is bringing it back, and before we can explain the policy he hangs up. So we brace for impact. He comes and slams the system on the counter, wanting us to return it and give us his old system and games back. Something to note about our location: because of city laws, we're considered a pawn shop and have to follow pawn laws, which means any electronics traded in with a serial number has to be held for 10 days. And there is nothing we can do about it. They're pretty much in limbo. Only way it can be taken out of trade hold is for there to be a police report and confiscation order. So I explained to AD the pawn laws, and also for the fact that the system had been opened, we couldn't return it. Go to any other big box retailer and they'd have the same policy. AD, I don't care about the law, just give me my system back, I don't want this. Call your manager, he must be able to do something about this. So I call my district manager and explain the situation. He tells me pretty much that there's nothing that could be done, and if he doesn't accept that and leave, call the police. Next thing I know, when I get off the phone, he's dialing on his phone. AD, I'm calling the police, this is robbery. Me, fine, saves me a step. My district manager told me to call them if you wouldn't leave. Now what makes me laugh about this is he called the emergency line over a video game system. And after speaking to the dispatcher, he tried to argue with them on the line, and the dispatcher told them to wait outside and not to speak to us. So the police came, and after hearing both sides, very polite gentlemen they were, they gave AD his system that he left on the counter that we couldn't return and the number for corporate. And only thing I heard from that is the man left a 1-star review on Google about our store, and in the review is incoherent, complaining about how the cops wouldn't do anything. So yeah, thanks for reading.